Bismillah. Let's proceed, inshallah. So last week we ended up with Qadr, and it was a very important subject matter. And we're always going to be addressing the same thing, and you're going to see why it's important for us to believe in it and understand it in its accordance. So we spoke about Qadr. Yeah, a question though about Qadr. Qadr is something that a Muslim is supposed to know. Does any one of you still remember why is it important to understand it? Why should we understand Qadr? Why? Takdir. Why?
So that we can accept and persevere.
Okay, mashallah. Anyone else?
Doesn't it also have to do with the remembrance of Allah?
Mindfulness about Allah as well. Very important. Most important. When we speak about Qadr, understand one thing. It is holistic. No bad, no good can ever occur if Allah does not allow it. Whether it's accidents, whether it's all of these things, as we gave a small snippet when we spoke about the malaikas are there in front of you to protect you. And when some calamity is supposed to hit you, they step aside and that calamity comes towards you. Those are the things you have to understand, because once a Muslim has a proper understanding in the deen of Islam, then it's easier for him to navigate to whatever life throws at him. So we are speaking today about another subject matter, which is important, the character of a Muslim. What is the character of a Muslim? Can anybody tell me what is a character of a Muslim?
I'm thinking of how Allah describes us, or the believer, or the good speech on my tongue, smiling face.
Okay, we're going to address those things, inshallah. It's very important to know what is the character of a Muslim. Righteousness. A Muslim is righteous. It's a righteous person. Now, we do not understand what is righteousness. This is the problem. And we covered a couple of topics so far until this point to teach us what is righteousness. Making salah, does that make us righteous? Fasting, does that make us righteous? Giving zakah and going for hajj, does these things make us righteous?
You just named 3 pillars. So shouldn't they make you righteous?
Nope.
You have sincerity.
Nope. This is why we covered the clauses. No, this is why we covered the clauses, Akhi. The sincerity can be there, but the understanding of the pillars is not there and in its place. And if that effects is not on you, then we have things that we say, I don't know why he's stealing, He's a rogue. You can't trust him. But he makes 5 times namaz. Those ones already. No, but how can he be such a vile person? You know what he did to that poor girl that was married to his son? Because he's a Haji, he came from Hajj. He goes for Hajj constantly. People don't understand this. Because again, the natural fitrah of a person knows that the things that's in Islam is supposed to change things within yourself. And when those things that you carry out as rituals have no effect on you, then you have done nothing in your life. This is why we covered it extensively, step by step. And this is why you're going to have an exam, because I want to see if you understand your deen of Islam. Because this is not a ritual-based religion. This is a way of life. This is a way of life. This is a way of being. When I spoke outside and I explained certain characteristics about Islam and how people must think, an African guy came to me and he told me, you know what, brother, that is a way of life. If everybody could live that way of life, the world would be a better place just by listening. So just by listening, and we the ones implementing constantly, we the ones making salah, we the ones sawming, we are the ones that's giving, we are the ones that, we're doing all of these things. And how do we know that salah and sawm and all of these things is not a once-off do-all and keeps us in the Jannah, takes us there to the Jannah because now we are safe? How do we know this? Where's the evidence for this? How do we know this? How do we know these are the sciences we need to look into? We need to go, okay, analyze. Why should we analyze these things? Salah is a very great deal. Salah is showing your respect towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So how do we know that salah is not going to save us? How? Where's your evidence? Anybody got evidence to that?
I only know that nothing but Allah's mercy is the dependent on my
Okay.
in.
Okay.
Now,
Come I shock you. أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي
Subhanallah.
يدعو اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين. There's a special Jahannam for them that make salah. Why? Again, we just spoke about the same thing. Why is he a rogue? He makes 5 times a day namaz. Yeah. 5 times a day namaz, it don't equal righteousness at all. Righteousness equals good character. Good character. Humble character. That's what righteousness equals. Not salah. Not keeping your hijab on. No. That nothing of that is equal to righteousness at all. Righteousness is good character. And where do we understand this? If I had to sum up the whole deen of Islam in one sentence, the whole deen of Islam, everything, all the sciences and everything that comes with the deen of Islam, including the Quran and the Sunnah, if I had to sum it up in one sentence, what would it be? The perfect way, as the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, that verily I have come to teach you nothing but good character. We covered the pillars of Islam. We covered the pillars of Iman. It is to instill good character. Do you understand? As the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, good character. Now, why is it important to follow the Quran and the Sunnah? Because all the answers that we need in life's little mysteries is there in front of us. I studied at State California University, and we had some, online time where the students could voice their opinion, about the subject matter that was just there. Or sometimes we go into a random subject matter, and there's professors and doctors that's there. And we came into this subject matter. We spoke about something. We spoke about psychopaths, and then we spoke about they couldn't understand. This is professors. They studied these subject matters for years. They couldn't understand how is it humanly possible, for certain human beings amongst us human beings, not to have a subconscious mind, meaning a conscious, not to have that. How does one get to that point? No conscious at all. And that being said, I sat and I listened, and they tried their theories, what could it be? The enlargement of the brain. This hemisphere is inflamed, or this hemisphere is whatever the case is. And I listened and I listened. Then I said, I know the answer. And they said, you know the answer? I said, yes. And they gave me the platform. And in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says very clearly that He inspired every single soul to know what is good and evil. Allah inspired us. Allah says that He created. He didn't say certain souls. He says every single soul. So that's to show that He has a subconscious mind. He has a conscious. The Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, on the other hand, came to solidify that. He said that righteousness is something that we know. And the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says, and the evil is that bothers us, and we tend to hide from people. We tend to hide from people. That means evil deeds bothers us. It always bothers us. We're always hiding it from people. That is the two facets. This is how you know when you are evil. When you have evil within your soul and you're doing something evil. You understand? So when it comes down to it, any psycho that you find out there, any Jack the Ripper, whoever they were, from that time till now, what psychopath killed people out in the open? In the open, as if it was something normal. Cutting out somebody's guts or cutting off the head and saying, playing with the head and say, yeah, I have some, come play with me. There's another guy, you can have his head too. Join me, because he thought it was normal. No, he knows. They're always hiding it. And when you catch them, these are the words. You lucky you caught me. I was going to go up to 100 and something. Again, this is why we have good character. The things that bothers us and we tend to hide it from people, we know that's bad character. So good character and bad character is not on the same line. Do you understand? Good character and bad character. It's not on the same line. And when it comes to character, this character must be good, pertaining Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first. The Almighty, the one that has created mankind, yourself, your soul, everything that you know. What is good character towards Allah? And what is bad character towards Allah? What is good character towards Allah? What is bad character towards Allah? Bismillah, akhi.
Tawheed and kufr.
Okay.
Good character, bad character.
Yes, 100%. Ukhti, you got anything else to add to that?
I was going to say good thoughts with Allah, or expecting bad from Allah, or thinking bad of Allah.
Both are correct. Now, Tawheed, inshallah, we'll get down to those subject matters, inshallah. More constantly, it will be throughout the courses, inshallah, so that we can understand it holistically and have a better understanding to what it's supposed to be and what it's not. So when it comes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, saying things about Allah that's not true and that's not Allah's character is bad character. Reason being, if you help me out, or you are perfect in all your essence, and I decide, you know what, I'm going to make an idol out of you. So I make this little idol, and how you look, this idol looks like nothing like you, because I can't get it right. I can't make an idol of perfection. So I made this idol looking like you, and it looks nothing like you. And I'm very proud of this thing, and I'm calling this you. How would you feel? How would you feel? Would you be amazed? Would you be happy?
No, is there not me?
Exactly. You're going to be offended. So that leaves a bad taste in the mouth. That is bad character. Good character towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is respecting him in the manner that he needs to be respected. You understand? This is good character. Revering Allah the way he's supposed to be revered. Calling Allah the names Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called himself. Calling upon those attributes. This is what we covered already. And this is why it's important to understand the character. Everything we discuss comes down to character. Very important. You'll see everything that we're going to be discussing links back to character constantly. It always will link back to character. So when it comes to Allah, we have to have good character, and there is also bad character. So when it comes to human beings now, our counterparts, our fellow human beings, what is good character and what is bad character?
Treating them well versus being mean just because.
Okay, that's one. What is good character and bad character?
Telling you your faults instead of talking behind your back about your faults.
Mashallah, that's good character. Right. So you see, the more we ask questions, the more deeper we go, and we have a holistic understanding of the topic and the subject that you're speaking about. Here's a question though. Is smiling a good character or a bad character?
Good. In fact, isn't it considered an act of worship?
Okay. Oh, anybody got something contrary to say to that? Smiling.
No, smiling is good. And then there's the smile that is just when I'm being fake, then that smile isn't like the other smile. I feel the need to point out, yes.
Not all smiles are good smiles. So it's not just your character that you can perceive, it's what's behind the character. This is the most important thing that's supposed to be affected from you, by you. Not your character, the way you're going about things, but that essence that's behind your character. That thing that makes you good or makes you evil. Because not every smile is a good smile. Sometimes people smile because they have a vendetta. Sometimes people smile because they want to pull you in so that they can use you. Not every smile is a good smile. So it's not the character, just the character that you're seeing with human beings, is what is behind the character. as we spoke about, the most important thing, as Brother Asim said, your sincerity. Your sincerity is important, as well as your intent. The intent is most important. So before you try to go fix your character, make sure that your intentions are always pure. You understand? Because this is whatever we're doing in the 5 pillars, or whatever we're doing in the 6 pillars, the intent must be, the inside must be correct. It must be proper. It must be on point. You cannot miss the buck. You cannot miss the bull's eye at all. You understand? Because once your intentions are corrupted, everything else can look beautified, but it will always be corrupted. Here's the thing though, which of the pillars of Islam could we see if somebody has a good heart, yes or no? Which of the pillars of Islam can we find and looking at and actually see, we can determine more or less, say 80% of the time, that this person has a very good character? Which of the pillars of Islam? Can we determine this? Anybody? Actually, everybody. I want everybody's opinion on this. Let me see how you gauge. Why you said what you zakat? Why?
Yes, because giving out to charity, it's good character, I would think.
Okay.
I would also say zakat.
Zakat, why?
It shows the character of the person, that it's not always what you have that you need to keep and hoard within yourself. Giving is a blessing where you actually receive more than what you actually intend, receiving back. So the more, even as little as you give, as more as you would get back.
Okay.
And
No
it all
problem.
depends on the
Anyone?
intention of when you give.
Okay. Anyone else with a different opinion or the same opinion or better explanation? Which pillar of Islam can you see good character 80% of the time?
You know what? All over the world, we got charity foundations, people that are so-called philanthropists giving money for the needy, and they have other agendas.
Okay. Coming with the devil's advocate there. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that's something good.
The only one I can think of is the one of the pillars that requires a sincerity, and that's your shahada, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah.
Okay, there's debates around it, but shukran, Brother Asim. Bismillah.
I say fasting, due to the state you're in, and you're more likely to remember due to the physical being now restrained. Now you're more remembering Allah, then the remembrance is causing the consequence of taqwa now. Now you're conscious of your treatment. Thus your character is going to be different if you're a fasting person.
Okay, no problem. What is your opinion? What is your fatwa? What is your ruling? Which of the pillars of Islam can you see good character?
If I may say, I also agree with the sister that spoke earlier now.
Okay. Your opinion?
I have no idea. I'm just listening.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Come Mufti, maybe you got some insight for us. Let's hear what you have to say. Bismillah. Fasting. Okay. Right. So we're gonna run through it as it is from the 5 pillars of Islam. There is one pillar that you can see, and there's evidence to that as well. So inshallah, when we're going into the evidence and we're going into the pillars, the main one is zakat. Why? Because yes, in all pillars, you can have the mirage. I can wipe my lips white. Believe me, I got horror stories from my Muslim brothers. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide them. I understand in the month of Ramadan and how they used to do things. Nobody knew because they seem to be the most hungriest at the table. You understand? With the Som, with the Shahada, many people take the Shahada to get married. You can't see anything within his soul if he has the Shahada or no, hasn't got the Shahada. Yeah, we have a social ill here as well. People sell the deen of Islam, selling the verses of Allah, which means he stands in front of your shop and he recites the Quran melodiously, loudly, so that you can bring him some money. You understand? All of these things can be pretense, but when it comes down to it, the zakah, yes, they can give zakah, but that's the thing you watch, is charitability, not the zakah, the charitability. Because you can give away once, you can give away twice to show people, but you cannot give away all the time. I've heard multimillionaires, people with money coming out of everywhere. When you ask them, brother, can you please, give us some food hampers to some people? Would you like to join us? No, straight. No. I gave away 10,000 already. 10,000 rand, I've done my duty already. What does that tell you about the brother? So compared to his amount of money that he has and the 10,000 that he gave away, does it make sense? Because again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says there, you don't get that little bit of good from them. They withhold it. Bad character. They are making salah. Allah knows, He's recognizing them, He sees them, He's witnessing them. But He tells you, don't think your salah is going to save you. No, there's a prerequisite to that. Good character, being kind to the orphans in your society, feeding the poor. And even if you can't feed the poor, encourage feeding of the poor. Because what type of heart have you got? Who are you? Are you Ibadur Rahman? Again, goes down to what Allah said in the beginning. Ibadur Rahman, the slaves of Ar-Rahman. Are you a slave of Ar-Rahman, or are you a slave of Zeus, the most powerful, demigod that's on the face of the earth, that rules with the iron fist, walk on people? No, we are Ibadur Rahman, the slaves of Ar-Rahman. Do you understand? The slaves of the most merciful, extremely loving, caring, and merciful. So if you're a slave of a God like that, how is your character? How is your character supposed to be? As the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, most cases, in our case scenarios, what you need to ask yourself, if you're in doubt and you want to check your character, ask yourself before you do something, before you go and you do something, because you got a brilliant mind, you got it figured out, I'm going to do this no matter what. Ask yourself 2 questions. What did Allah say and what did the Rasul say about the situation right now and what I was going to do? That's all. That's your set point. What would Allah say before you go do this thing, and what did the Rasul comment about this thing that I'm going to do right now, the way I want to do it? Very simple. If you check yourself like that, you won't wreck yourself, because that is good character. Because now you're aware of your character. How am I going to do this? How am I going to carry myself? Because again, any person in Islam that is stingy is not on the path. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls out to his slaves. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells his slaves, spend that which you love. It's not easy. We love the man. You see, love is too much. To take that and give it away. Give that away which you love. Loosen the heart. What must we do? Loosen the heart. The heart is tight, like a fist. This is where it becomes rock hard. Loosen it. This is what Islam wants us to do. Loosen the heart. You don't need a hard heart in this world. No, it's impossible. Because how are you going to show love? How are you going to show muhabbat? How are you going to show that? How are you going to make things grow from you? Because when you have a whole lot of love in you and you're giving something else, love constantly, nurturing, no matter how septic it is, you keep on nurturing it with sabr, or tons and tons of sabr, what you're going to find is the outcome. Beauty. This is what the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. Anything you approach it with love, the outcome is beautiful. Always. That pertains yourself and everyone else around you. That's what it means. Have that muhabbat, have that heart that's not hard, that loosen heart. Loosen your heart. If you find that you're keeping on to money and you don't want to let it go, do it more. Albir has got nothing to do with giving away money. This is what albir really means. I only got 10 rand now. This is 10 rand. This is my survival kit. I don't have 10 million. I got 10 rand. But I'm going to break it in half, 5 rand towards that, and 5 rand for me. That's albir. That's what Allah is looking for. He wants that there. That's the essence that he's looking for. He's not worried about your 10,000 rand that you didn't even scratch the surface of anything. No. He wants to see that. That's where you feel it, that thing you're going to feel, yeah, Rab, I can't give away, but she needs. And you give. You know? Putting your trust in Allah. That's what Allah wants to see. Loosen the heart. The heart is hard. Every time that was from the back of your mind tell you, hey, bro, you can't give away that. You can, No, that's the time you give. Control yourself. Don't be controlled. Because good character controls himself. Good character controls himself, because people that's out of control haven't got good character. They don't care. You know, I'm just going to let it loose. You know, this is me. This is how I feel. This is I, me, I, demon. Ego. Not, this is the greater good. I will ask mouth, or I'll do this, you know, just to keep ties. No. It's always me first. That's not good character. That is egotistical character. And Allah never taught us to be egotistical. Don't put yourself first. Save yourself. Not putting yourself first. That's two different things. Saving yourself and putting yourself first is not the same thing. Saving yourself means save your own soul. This is what it's all about. And now we're going to go on to another topic. Also, character, we're not finished with character. We're still going to harbor on character. And you'll see down the line how all of these things come into play, what we have around us today. Today we're speaking about ihsan. What is that?
It is to worship. This is the theory. It is to worship Allah as though I see him, but even though I don't see him, spirit style, even though I don't see him, I know that Allah is seeing me.
That's the beauty of parrot styling. Islam got nothing to do with parrot styling. As I said, there's an exam. And the exam is there so that I can see if you understand your deen of Islam. I don't need you to be a parrot. The literal meaning of ihsan means to do things with perfection, especially when it comes to worshipping Allah. So that's your intent, your sincerity, as Brother Asim said, your sincerity is very important, and doing it in a perfect way or presenting it perfectly. So we always speaking about these things and we never understanding it. The highest form of ihsan is 2 levels of ihsan. The highest rank of ihsan, there's 2 ranks, is you literally seeing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I'm not talking about you seeing a shape or no, you're seeing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with this knowing is here. The other form is lesser, knowing that you are being watched. You understand? Very simply put. So people are always telling me, you know what, I have difficulty with khushu and having khushu during salah. So I ask you guys to come with wudu. Those who haven't got wudu or can't have wudu, not a problem. I want you to do an experiment. Take out your musalli quickly. You have to put off your mics, your silent mic, so that I can hear you, because I can't see anything. So that I can communicate with you and find out where you're there. You're not there yet. So put on your mic.
Okay, going there now. But now, do I need hijab? I only need my musalla.
No, just your musalla. That's
okay.
all. Just your musalla.
Labbaik, I am here.
Right. Everybody got the musallis in front of them? Okay. So I assume that everyone has their musallis in front of them. Now I want you to stand on the side of your musalli. And I want you to understand. Yeah, I want you to understand something. Don't stand facing Qibla. Don't stand facing Qibla yet. This is ihsan. Whenever I ask my daughters to go make salah, I don't tell them to go make salah. I tell them to go practice ihsan. Perfection. Intent first. First, intent. This is what we're lacking. These are one of the keys for khushu that we don't know and we're not practicing. Again, I said the highest form of ihsan is knowing that Allah is in front of you, is there in your presence. You can see him. The lowest form is knowing that he's watching you. So now, if you make an intention, I want you to make an intention to make 2 raka'ats. I want you to make that intention. As soon as you make that intention, Allah is right there on the musalli now, standing in front. He turns towards you. Go face Qibla now. Stand on the musalli and go face Qibla. And tell me what you see and experience. Allah is there now. Now, you made intent to make salah. He turned towards you. Now, what do you feel and what do you experience? Do you see Allah in front of you, knowing you are in his presence? Or do you know that he's watching you right now? Which are you experiencing?
Akhi, I'm not gonna lie, it's like I can feel eyes on me.
Oh, you can feel eyes on you. Anyone else experience?
How do I explain this?
Mm.
My human nerve, my eyes don't wanna look up and or forward.
Yes.
My eyes are stuck. It's
Okay.
almost like I can't
So
look up.
you are in the presence of Allah. Okay. Anyone else?
That's a bit creepy.
No, that's not
It's
creepy. That's just supposed to be happening. You just don't know it.
Allahu Akbar.
Ukhti, your experience? What you've experienced?
Like the brother said, all eyes on me.
Okay. Ukhti, what did you experience?
I felt a stinging sensation.
Okay, in the presence. Okay, what did you experience?
I can feel like it's all around me.
Oh, it's heavy. Oh, yeah. It's in the presence. Okay.
I experienced shivers, Sheikh, but like good shivers.
In the presence. Okay. Now, alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khairan for your experiment, inshallah. This is how you go towards your salah, inshallah, again next time. Again, remember, practice. Making salah is practicing ihsan. Don't forget. You're not just making salah. You need to practice ihsan, making salah. That's one of the keys to get your khushu in your salah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy and keep us mindful. Because ihsan is literally being mindful about Allah. That's what ihsan actually means. Being literally mindful, presence of heart with Allah. That's in ihsan. Because how are you going to give your gifts? How are you going to give your salah when you in the presence of heart? You're not mindless. You're stuck in a rut. So this is a way to engage your ihsan for yourself. You the judge of your ihsan, not me. You explain to me, and this is what you need to see every time. Okay, where am I with my ihsan? Is Allah watching me? Am I aware of that? You know? Am I in his presence? This is what you need to do. Allah's always there. You are not present. You are not aware. You are not mindful. Allah says that he's closer to you than your jugular vein. Allah said that. But how far are you? How far are you from Allah? That's what you need to gauge. You understand? So come closer. Come closer. And this is how we remind one another. This is what we have to teach one another. This is the things we must implement. It is not a theory. It is all practical. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us. As it is, I'm also mindless. I'm not always mindful. But a reminder is always good for a believer. So instead of going to just make your salah, don't forget to go practice your ihsan. Don't forget to go practice your ihsan. May Allah keep us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the understanding. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the right way of the guidance, keep us on the straight path and never make us move. Barakallahu feek. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.